a lot for your inspiration since 2018. And I think, yeah, 2018 I registered with exam PM, and then I cleared to PMP and PMICP both. So I'm working
Wow.
yeah, I'm working as a project manager in financial analytics in Nova Scotia Health Authority, which is basically a provincial governing body. Yeah.
Wow. And then where are you located? Where are you working as a senior PM right now?
I'm working in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Halifax. Wow. Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations on passing both your PMP and ACP. Now, and I'm so glad that Exams PM was part of your journey and obtaining your certifications. So tell me, like, how did you, what was your like study plan? Like, any tips that you have for people who are going through this process right now?
Yeah, so the main tips are to solve the question and in a time-bound manner. So, you know, in ACP, I secured, I think the last score was almost 93%. So I'm 100% sure whatever the tough question is, so I can solve it. And while I was solving the ACP is really tough. It's tougher than PMP, frankly speaking, because all the questions are real life situations, and situations are convoluted. It's not the simple situation, or there's not at all a single line questions like what is Moscow, or how do say any acronyms. They didn't. In PMP there is at least 5 to 10 questions are basically a direct question, so you can solve it. In PMP I have seen that, but in PMICP there's no scope, and it's a very, very time sensitive. So I have to run, because I practiced in that way. So I practiced in such a way where whatever the convoluted question will come, I can tackle it, because my strategy was there. I will just read one or two glimpse in the question, what exactly, if there is a keyword, picking the keyword. But then sometimes I have to read detail in ACP question compared to PMP. PMP question, you can know the keyword, you can actually identify what would be the possible correct answer among all those 4 options. But ACP, you have to read properly. So that is a challenge in ACP. But anyway, so if aspirants are really practicing in a timely ways, and secured minimum 80% of any of the test series, whatever you provided. I think in PMP we do have 4 question set, correct? And PMICP I got from Grey Campus 2 question set, 4 question set later on. So, and then I just bought 2 extra from Phillips, Joseph Philip from Udemy. I just paid $18, and that was really good also. So along with your entire material and the extra question set from Joseph Philip, and I cracked it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Joseph is a good partner and friend of mine as well. So I know his material is also really great. So when you were what did you find most helpful about Exams PM's material when you were going through your certification process?
I will say PMP material is 100%. I think it is best in the industry for exam PMs. It's a really, really good. And I do have a couple of printout copies because I'm also using in my actual environment, in my office environment. So, and ACP Grey Campus, I would suggest one thing to the Grey Campus. So they should follow how PMI conduct the ACP exam, like 7 different domain areas. Not like the tools and techniques and then the basic concepts. So, but in your PMP, more specifically exam PM, that is absolutely correct. That's how PMI is basically conducting PMP exam.
Yes.
So, Grey Campus can improve that part in terms of the ACP, because Joseph Phillips' material is completely 7 domain areas, like how you provided me for the PM.
Right. So when you, what was I going to say? So what's your biggest lessons learned from the PMP exam? Like, if, you could do it over again, would there be anything that you would do differently to help you get certified faster?
Yeah, so I would say the formulas, it should be in our fingertip. So as soon as we will see the question, we should know the answer. You do not have to calculate too much. And more specifically, I faced the question, couple of question in terms of the formulas, and I came from the mathematics background, so it's very easy for me. So to actually, not even, I can say it's a fraction of a second I took to solve all those formula-based questions. I got almost 7 to 8 formula-based questions, all EVM formulas basically.
Okay.
And then critical path. So 2 questions I got from critical path, and I solved it. And that was not too much tricky. It was basically easy in PMP, and those areas. And yes, when we will read I'm going to say the big 4 to 5 lines long questions. So we should read last line, first line. We will easily understand what exactly they are saying last line and what exactly it is saying. So we will easily get to know the answers. But in PMI SCP, it is not the case. We have to read the entire paragraph. Yeah.
Okay.
But one advantage in PMI SCP is that questions are not as long like in PMP. In PMP, it is 5 line or 6 line. In PMI SCP, it is maximum 3 lines.
Okay, so it's shorter questions on ACP.
It's a shorter question, yes.
Shorter question on ACP. And you said that after taking the exam, it has helped you in your work right now as a project manager. So in what ways has it helped you?
Yeah, it's really, for example, when I calculated the critical path in my actual environment, they appreciated, my director appreciated that. And I followed all the phases in the project management. So, in government bodies, they basically, a lot of auditing agencies are there, like Deloitte, like PwC. They used to see how we are following the processes. If I am adhering with the PMBOK, they're 100% sure. And these guys are basically recruited me to save their audit, frankly speaking. So, so there's so much process-oriented work here, and based on the predictive, as well as some, now they've asked me, can I introduce agile or hybrid predictive and agile in that way. So we are basically, I actually introduced retrospective and some, I'm going to say sprint based, not the pure agile, because it did not fit for this situation. It's because it's basically, I am in basically a finance, and it is financial analytics. So project is shorter. It's maybe 6 months to 1 year period projects. So it is basically hybrid. I'm using most of the time predictive, waterfall, and sometimes agile flavor I'm adding. So in terms of the process improvement and tailoring the processes. Yeah.
Right. So knowing both really helps. Like knowing both the agile and the waterfall helps with your job, and being able to do retrospective, knowing all the terms and being able to do critical path, etc. Wow. Okay. So, and how long did it take you to get your PMP certification?
I wasn't a working professional, so I do have family, so I do a commitment with my family as well. So it took almost average 5 months. The solid 5 months. 5 months for SCP, 5 months for PMP both. So total 10 months duration.
Oh, okay. And then you got, but now you got both, and then now you're free. Now you can do.
I'm free. I'm applying for my PhD and in US universities. So I'm looking for that. There is a PhD in project management. In a couple of universities, they are offering the PhD, and they are accredited by PMI. So I'm thinking, because I came from management background, my engineering and management both. My graduation is in information technology, and my post-graduation is in MBA in marketing. So I'm looking for leadership in PhD, or maybe PhD in project management. I am thinking that way. So based on that, I will send the application to universities in the United States. Let's see.
Wow, congratulations. Well, maybe when coronavirus is over, right? So,
exactly.
Right now it's quite hard to travel to the US. So what was I going to say? Oh geez, I lost my train of thought. Was there any study tactics that you use that really helped you speed things up or learn things that really helped you get your PMP faster?
Yeah, so basically, the two things. When we will read the study material, we always correlate with our practical exposure. Whatever, we know that every organization is different, because nobody is basically 100% following PMBOK. Some part of the PMBOK they are basically following. So we have to correlate where exactly we're using the same tools and techniques, which PMBOK is basically teach us. So if we will do that, then it will be pretty much easier to understand the concepts. from the material. And then while we're solving the question, then we can easily see what would be the best possible answer for that particular scenario. So that's how actually I tackle those. And sometimes 2 times reading the study material, whatever exam PM provided. Not say, I think 2 to 3 times would be best to reading the entire material and then side by side solving the questions.
Wow. Okay. And I guess kind of one of the last questions is like, in terms of your daily routine, like you said, it took you 5 months to get your PMP certification, right? On your first try, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
First try. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. So what did your study plan look like? Like, did you study for like a month and then take some time off?
1 hour per day, and Saturday, Sunday, maybe 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah. Then what did you do? Like, did you go over all of the material from exams PM, lecture by lecture, and then
yes,
and then all together? Like, how did you do it?
So basically, I used process groups wise. First, I actually target first process initiating, and then planning, and then executing, and then monitoring, and then closing every process groups, and then solving the question from the process groups. More specifically, the process groups. And then when I completed all 5 process groups, then I actually first started trying with the 200 questions in a time-bound manner.
Right. Okay.
And I
so
solved, frankly speaking, I solved almost 2,000 questions.
Okay.
Before, almost 2,000. So I would suggest, that then some of the questions are, really similar how exam PM provided. I have seen literally in PMP exam. So almost 5-10 questions was exactly similar word by word.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a word by word similar. Yeah.
Wow. That's great to hear. So okay. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So what's next for you in your career?
So I'd like to be now I am actually you can say it's a senior project management profile. So I will be maybe senior vice president but my domain is in analytics. So I'm in basically data science and analytics areas. So data science analytics is one of the lucrative areas nowadays, a very high demand. Even though if I don't have a PMP, I had a good job. But if with PMP and analytics, it's a very niche areas, and people came from analytics background that do not have a PMP actually. PMICP, forget about that, because those are the software professionals that used to do it PMICP. Yeah. So when I did it, then so many questions people ask why you did it. I have seen that in ACP, how PMI conducted, it's not only the Scrum, it's not only the software development. A lot of other areas you can use, like Lean, like Kanban. We can use any other areas. And I have seen VSM, value stream mapping. So it's basically vastly used in industry. And it is particularly from the Lean, correct? So we can use the VSM here, and we can show the value add from the VSM. So those concepts, we actually get it from ACP. And if I'm certified, then auditors will be happy, senior director will be happy, and everybody is happy. These guys knows this practice. Correct.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad for you, and congratulations again on passing your both PMP and ACP. So glad that exams PM was part of your journey in obtaining your certifications, and just want to say thank you so much for jumping on this call with me as well and sharing your lessons.
Thank you very much to you, and I will suggest exam PM to every candidate, and harshly follow. It's not like just now get register and then just not following all the materials, not practicing the test. Then it won't happen in there, because PMP exam is not easy. Frankly speaking, also PMP is not easy. You have to devote your time.
You have to devote a lot of time to study, but it's worth it. But it's worth it. It's worth it in the end, because
it's worth it. Definitely worth it. You have a job security, you have a salary hike, everything. You have a better respect in industry. You will have a lot of interview calls. Last time I got 7 different calls, 2 from Toronto. 2 from Toronto, because I didn't actually not looking for Toronto, but very good offer from Society General from Montreal. So, but I rejected that offer because I got the provincial offer, and my intention is to move to United States. But now COVID is there, so maybe 1 year later I will move.
Maybe 1 more year you will move. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, indeed. Thanks for your help.
Well, I was